Well, I'm from Houston, and my two sisters, they're twins, and they play violin and cello, and they're 7 years older, and their dream school was NEC. They always talked about NEC. My first, college that I ever knew for music was NEC. That's all my sisters would talk about. Oh, we've got to get there. We've got to keep practicing, blah, blah, blah. Emily, like, you need to be practicing too. And I was like, I'm learning Twinkle, Twinkle, you guys. This is kind of long-term planning.
It's rather odd, actually, because I was never supposed to become a musician. I'd been playing piano for a couple of years then, so I taught myself when I was 11 and got into the habit of playing and playing and playing.
I flew up here with them when they were auditioning for their undergraduate degrees. I was in 5th grade, so maybe I was easily impressed. But I was like, what are behind those leather doors? Dad, we've got to go. Take me into Jordan Hall now, let's go. Oh my gosh, I'll never forget it. It just glows. It was beautiful, and I was just like, this is the place to be.
We emigrated here in 1997 from Albania. We came here with absolutely nothing. And then, I don't know, it just started to kick up. My mom enrolled us into Catholic school. She got a great job. Then she enrolled me into Boston College High School, which is one of the best high schools in the country. So she really focused on education for me.
Both my parents teach public music school. So my dad's a choir teacher, and my mom is an orchestra director. All my siblings and I went to performing arts schools in Houston. My parents made it really clear that we needed to just work our tails off.
My sophomore year in high school, I had this epiphany, this feeling that I needed to pursue music. I immediately started seeking out a piano teacher. And my mom found Tatiana Dudochkin, who's at the prep school. My dad told her, treat him like your son. And she did. A Russian son. And so we spent the next 2 years learning, or I should say relearning, over 10 years of missed piano study. And the year after, she enrolled me into the prep school.
Being in the contemporary ensemble, I love contemporary music. I didn't even know I loved contemporary music until I came here, and to have somebody that is just so loving, so caring, and so patient. John Heiss, he's a genius. Sometimes he says something and I'm like, you're the master. And PK, Mr. Katz, I know it's corny, but when your teacher looks you in the eye and says, do it. Just sit down, go to the practice room, do it. I'll help you. It's, it gets you to the practice room. Or at least me.
2009, I got accepted to the conservatory. And I went screaming into my room and played Beethoven 9, the last movement. And after that, I give Tatiana a call, and she says, Christo, the great composers have had 3 things going for them. They've had the knowledge, the will, and the luck to be great. And you have all 3. And, at this point in my NEC career, I want to say there's one more addition that would add to my becoming great or whatever, which is scholarship, which is why I can still be here.
My parents were the first people in their families to go to college, and my dad is the 11th out of 12 child, my mom is 7 out of 8, and I'm 4 out of 4. So if everybody wants to get a master's degree, it's gonna cost a lot of money, especially if you're going to private schools, and especially if you're going to the private school. My dad also got a second job at Continental because they have the most nonstop flights from Houston to Boston. For Ashley and Courtenay to fly home for all the holidays, plus Courtenay's cello needs a seat, it was just too expensive, and we were fortunate enough to get enough financial aid to get us here. I mean, we have to stay together. We're a tight family. So, oh my gosh, I love them so much. But just thinking about the sacrifices my dad's made is phenomenal.
Katarina Markovic notices me in the hallway and she stops me and asks me to come into her office. She tells me about this manuscript that's in London, Ontario, of the original version of Mahler's First Symphony. The manuscript has this base layer of the original music, and then it's toppled with fiendish corrections and erase marks and cross marks. There were so many ambiguities that I had to reconstruct. And I said, oh boy, what are you doing to me, Mahler? I can't question you. And so I locked myself in my room. All I had in my head was the image of being able to hear it live and have everyone else share that experience.